PlanetSide 2. Guys, me and PlanetSide 2, we go way back. For those who have been with my channel for a while, you know how much I love this game. This game is like that beer that you used to drink all the time. And for some reason you stopped drinking it because you wanted to get fancy. You thought you'd be one of those beer snobs, try something new, try something different. But then you get a taste of it again and you're like, oh my God. Brings a tear to your eye. You're like, why did I ever leave this beer? I don't know. Maybe that's a weird analogy. Or maybe I just drink entirely too much beer. In any case, and before we go any further, I'm going to put 2 videos up here of some previous PlanetSide 2 content that I want you guys to check out. If you've been with my channel for a while, you've probably already seen it. But if you haven't, you got to check out what I've done with this game before and some of the things that I just really enjoyed about it. So with so much time behind the game and with so much emotions invested in one of my favorite games, I thought it'd be a good idea to head back and check it out. Because the question kept digging into my head. Is PlanetSide 2 dead? You know, after so many years of the game being out, could it still have the same player base? Could it still have the same experience that it offered so long ago when I fell in love with it? But I had to stop this commentary for a second, guys. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Wait, let's make it better. Yeah, that's that PlanetSide 2 right there. Go ahead and put in the comment section what beer you actually think this is. It's like, man, every time I get a kill, I need to take another sip. It's so good to be back. All jokes aside though, guys, I expected to come into PlanetSide 2 and be completely overwhelmed. You know, I expected there to be so much different, and certainly there is. You know, there's the implant system has totally changed. There's new custom player bases and everything, stuff that's totally different. New weapons, you know, the light assault class has its own little anti-armor weapon, which is totally new, totally changes things. But from a basic experience, the joy of PlanetSide 2, I wasn't sure if it was going to be there or not. And guys, I'm not going to make you watch too far in this video to get my answer. It's there. I mean, no, PlanetSide 2 is not dead. It's still here. It's still going strong. And it still offers an experience that I cannot freaking find anywhere else. To have a massive battle going on. Look at every pixel on this screen, from the air to the ground to the infantry to freaking light armor flying everywhere. You cannot find it like this, seamless, no loading zones in any other game. And that still blows me away to this day. I mean, need I remind you, this game came out in 2012. That means at the release of this video that you're watching right now, it's been out for 6 years. What game that's 6 years old still has the player base that PlanetSide 2 does? And again, no game has replicated it. I can't get it. And don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. We can go for days on everything that's wrong with PlanetSide 2. God knows there's some improvements that I just wish the developers, whether it was Sony Online Entertainment or Daybreak Games, would just freaking implement. You know, but aside from that, you still have to stand in awe as to what it is. And certainly, you know, after playing it for a certain period of time, you could get bored with it, but you will not find it in another game. There's always going to be another Call of Duty. There's always going to be another Battlefield. There's always going to be another arena-based Twitch shooter that comes out. And I mean, God knows now, there's always going to be another Battle Royale game that comes out. But has there been anything like this game? I mean, certainly we've seen games that replicate different aspects of PlanetSide 2, but not the game as a whole. Nothing that offers everything that you can get inside of PlanetSide 2, and I think that's why 6 years later it's still going strong. 6 years later, it sees no real huge decline in its player base. This player base has decided that this is the type of game that they want to play, and they're spoiled, and there's nothing out there to draw them away from it. So I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think the only thing at this point that's going to kill PlanetSide 2 is going to be PlanetSide 3. And I think, you know, I'll get some people in the comment section that defend some of the games that aimed to do what PlanetSide 2 has done. And I keep saying that, what PlanetSide 2 has done. And I referred to some of it earlier in this video, but I'm talking about massive maps, massive miles, right? Different capture points on that map, different objectives, more than just capture points on the map. It needs to have aerial combat, it needs to have armor combat, infantry combat, sniper combat, and all sorts of meta in between. So there are those games that aimed for that meta, but they didn't quite hit the mark. They're forever stuck in development. It's almost as if the ambition was too big for their developers' britches. So I get those recommendations from people all the time. Sergeant Marrow, if you like PlanetSide 2, check this game out. If you like PlanetSide 2, check this game out. It kind of does the same thing, but it's in an alpha. It's like not even in a beta. We'll never see a production version of the game, which is a real shame, because I want you guys just to follow me down this vision that I have. Take everything that PlanetSide 2 is and take it into modern combat. You know, take the gunplay and kind of the armor concepts of Battlefield, for example, like Battlefield 3. Take that, put it inside of PlanetSide 2 scale. Of course, it's going to need some more balancing, but how freaking cool would that be? You know, instead of galaxies that hold lots of troops and people kind of jump into different locations from the galaxies, you'd have AC-130s. Right, a freaking AC-130 that flew over a location and troops paratrooping in. You know, instead of having Reavers and different EMFs, you would have attack choppers. I mean, so many cool concepts that would make it so much fun. Just taking the concept and the scale and taking it into a new genre. So I think I'm proving my point here, and I think I may even be beating a dead horse at this point. I think people are going to be like, okay, Sergeant Marrow, we get it. The game is cool. But it could still be dead, even though it's cool, because there's not enough people to correctly implement the proper meta and get the gameplay that it was meant to have. Guys, this is my first game back right here. There's a reason that I'm not showing jump cuts to all sorts of different types of gameplay, showing different classes. I wanted to show you the first 20 minutes of me back in the game. And I didn't know what to expect. I mean, part of me felt like, you know, the player base had maybe died down to a point where there'd only be certain scattered fights around the map. But man, if I could show my face of me playing right now, there is a smile going on. Here we're able to infiltrate an amp station. There's plenty of resistance. There's plenty of fights going on, plenty of engagements, more than just winning or losing, just enjoying the damn game. It's everything that PlanetSide 2 was meant to be. And I'm sure there's down times, just like with any game, though. I mean, I tried to play PUBG at 6 o'clock in the morning the other day, and I couldn't get a damn game to save my life. And that's one of the most popular games out there right now. So, you know, I'm sure I hear some people say, oh man, you know, there's not as much action as there used to be. Man, jump in at 7 o'clock at night on any day during the week, and you're going to get the same gameplay that you see right in front of me. Now, again, we're not going to talk about complaints about, man, you know, if the enemy completely outnumbers us, then we get ran over. That's just the nature of PlanetSide 2. And there's plenty of fun to be had, even when you're losing. That's what I really enjoy about it. Even when I'm getting collectively, like even when our team is getting their asses handed to us, there's still fun to be had. I'll jump into a max and I'll just kill 20 people before they finally kill me. Or I've done a video on this, I call it my Helen Keller infiltrator class, you know, where I'm just getting behind enemy lines and then just jumping back and forth and snaking back, and it's so unpredictable to shoot. And I find a lot of enjoyment out of that. Collectively, the NC will be getting their asses kicked. but me as an individual, I'm having a blast with it. I could also use your help if you've been playing PlanetSide 2, because it would be the elephant in the room if I didn't mention that Sony Online Entertainment is now Daybreak Games, and I don't know a lot about the team since they transitioned over to that name. You know, have they been more committed to this game? I know they brought on Wrel, which Wrel is one of my favorite PlanetSide 2 commentators, one of my favorite YouTubers. So I'm going to put a link down in the description for you to check him out. They brought him onto the team when it transitioned over into Daybreak Games, and he has seemed very committed. I still follow him on Twitter. So if you've been playing PlanetSide 2 and you've been through the transition both before and after, I'd love to hear what you think about the not necessarily new team, but the transition and how they've handled it. But let me know what you guys think of PlanetSide 2 at this point. Are any of you guys with me? Have you played since the beta, since this damn thing came out? I got some footage I could show you of what it used to look like when you could spawn, when galaxies used to act like sunderers, and you would just deploy them, land them, deploy them. You know, I got some really old footage from this game. Do I have anybody who's been around from the beginning? What do you still think of PlanetSide 2? Do you feel the same way I do? What ultimately made you leave the game if you just simply don't play anymore? And have you found the same experience with any new game? That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks for sticking around. This is Sergeant Merrill, out here.